Hi guys, if you've been playing guitar for a few years, you have probably accumulated 1, 2, maybe 3 guitars. And you've more than likely been asked, why do you have so many guitars? Because to the average consumer, guitars, they're all kind of the same. I mean, okay, there's an electric, there's an acoustic guitar, but other than that, they all look and sound pretty similar, and there's really no reason to have more than 2. At most. Except there are good reasons, and I'm taking this video to explore them by example of my 2 most used guitars, at least in the acoustic realm. I have a few more electrics, and we might get into that in another video, but for now we'll stick with these. This is a 2012 Hummingbird Pro, and this is a 2019 J45. To the observer, to the casual observer, they're kind of the same. They're both Gibsons, both around the same price, but there's still a lot of differences. And there's also good reasons, just in general, to have 2 or more guitars, particularly on the show. There's obviously the collecting factor, but for the purposes of this video, we're going to discard that. I'm talking more about why take 2 guitars to a show or studio or whatever. And the biggest reason is reliability. While you can change a string on stage and probably make a cool stage show out of it, both for your confidence and for the set, it's great to just finish the song with 5 strings and then go to another guitar that can do the same job. That's why I always take 2 of the same kind. The battery in this might also die, or it just doesn't work for some reason. I mean, there's always a electric gremlin or something in the guitar. It's great to just be able to switch. So another big reason I take 2 guitars to a show is tuning. I take this one in E standard, box standard tuning, and this one in D standard, so 2 steps down. That gives you a lot of flexibility in how to approach different songs. I've written songs in both tunings. I mean, they're both standard tunings, and you could just go with a capo on this one, but a capo always limits your options, so it's always a little easier to just switch guitars. It also means these guitars sound very different. This one's a lot more forceful in E standard than this one, and this one's a lot more open in D standard than this one can be. So that's why I picked these 2 specific examples, and you can listen to that. I've put it in the video just to see what's the difference and which one you like better. Maybe you like this one better in E standard and this one better in D standard, or you like both of them in E standard and just go for whichever you like. But it's always kind of interesting to have the option to go to another guitar and just do a song in a different key to what you're used to without relearning all the chords because you're transposing it. I don't want you to take my word for that though, so I'm just going to play both of them in E standard and both of them in D standard, and you can try and just decide for yourself which one you like better. Maybe you like this one better in E standard, or this one better in D standard, or you agree with me. Who knows? We could go on and on about reasons for owning more than 1 or 2 guitars, but it all boils down to variety. There's always something to fall back on, always a bit of a different sound if you like, and it's very interesting to see that from basically the same guitars. I mean, they're both made by the same company at around the same time, in the same price bracket, and there's still a lot of differences between them. That comes down to wood, that comes down to build style. There's also a lot of visual differences. But in the end, the reason I always have a lot of variety in microphones and guitars and everything, there's a good reason to go from the source. If you can get the sound at the source you like, you don't have to do anything in post-production, whether that's live or in the studio. It's always good to just have the option to switch to another guitar and just have a bit of a different vibe to a song. That's why I own my fair share of guitars. But it also always comes down to you. What do you like? Do you want 2 guitars? Do you just want to play one and that's your guitar? That's also fine. If you like this, like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.